I love my hair. I just straightened my hair today, and I'm like, mm, yeah, I love my hair. It's so long now. Mm. So, boo, hi. I rarely ever come on here actually because I really don't. I don't like being on camera. I'm kind of like one of those people who really like to be behind the scenes. Um, I I've been behind the scenes for a really long time. Um, I've been on YouTube for a really long time, and I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things for a really long time. And my thing is I'm getting really fucking tired of people on YouTube. Like absolutely fucking tired. You see how I put my hand up right here? Now you can see me. Why can you see me? Because I have two lights on here in my room. Okay. And the light, my ceiling light, which is like right there. There we go. Oh well. It it does that if I put my hands up. So oh, there we go. If I block out the light from my camera, I look different. Yes. Yes, that's a Ouija board behind me. No, I don't play with it. Um I came on here mostly because I'm bored. Yes, I will admit that I am bored. Um I think that it's needed to be done. I'm unscripted. I don't like reading from scripts. It's really boring. Um I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of things that could be said, that could be done. You know, there's a lot of drama going on and going around. And there's like, you know, a lot that I could do in the ways of making my videos, but I'm not really one of those people. Like you go to my channel and you'll see that I have mostly videos that I've liked and I like to watch, and I categorize the videos that I have. I'm not the one uploading them. Reality VR, because that's the type of person I am, and I like virtual reality. I like things that have to do with computers because I took 6 years of computer science class. Okay? I learned how to program. Okay? And I'm not talking about like just C++. I'm talking about fucking DOS. Okay? I learned how to program DOS. I learned how to program JavaScript. You know, the easy stuff, okay? And like at the time when I learned how to do it, it wasn't that easy. In fact, when I learned how to do it, nobody was doing it. And now everybody in the goddamn fucking mama is doing it. And I'm just like, okay, all right. Well, there goes my education. Because, like, what do I need it for? Nobody does those programs anymore. DOS? What's that? Oh, nobody knows what DOS is? Oh. How the fuck? How the fuck can you be a gamer and not know what DOS programming is? Or JavaScript? How can you be a programmer and not know that? But you know, I mean, everybody's education is different, right? I mean, All right, so I'm shining my light on me so you can see me. I'm going to turn off that light. And I'm going to point my light directly at me. Oh, look, that's so much better. I look so much better. Oh my god. Who would have thought a simple trick with the lights? And, you know, I'm a photographer first and foremost. Forget like my programming skills, forget my 6 years of computer science. I'm going to be a braggart for a second, okay? And what I mean by that, okay, is that I am multi-talented, multi-skilled, okay? And I mean, I'm talking 50 something plus skills. You know, I thank my grandparents. I thank my grandparents. My grandparents have money. Okay. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But anyways, because of that, I have been able to have somewhat of an education to an extent. So I was expelled my senior year of high school. I did not finish my 12th grade year. I did not finish high school. But I earned my certificate master's of science. I cannot even saying it right now. I'm not thinking. Sorry, I've only eaten one thing so far today, and that's not good. Brain fart. My master's certificate of science. Okay, so what had happened is my sophomore year of high school, I took a test called the SIM test. CIM. And you take it your 5th grade and your sophomore year. Well, my sophomore year, I took it, and I had showed up on a day, like it was Friday. I remember very specifically because it was the week before spring break, and I wanted to come to school that week and make it like one of the few days out of the week that I went to school before spring break so it didn't look weird to the school. Little did I know that I was going to take 2 tests that day. And one of them was the SIM test. Well, I took the tests. There was 3 categorized. There are 2 tests, but in the SIM test there's 3 categories. So we had reading, math, and science. And the other state test that I took was, I don't know what they call it. They didn't have a name for it. I don't think. It's just, I just knew it as a state test. So anyways, I take the math test. I'm writing down all these problems, and I'm like, I think I really got it. And then I take the science test, and it's like multiple answer questions. Okay, well, this is kind of difficult. So, anyways, I did that, and I sped through that. I don't even know why, but I sped through it. And then I got off the computer, and she's like, "Wow, you're done fast." And I was like, "Yeah, I read really fast." And she was like, "Okay, that's cool, that's good." And she's like, "You scored really high." And I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, you want to know what your score is?" And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, for your math test, you got a 221. I was like, okay. And she's like, in order to pass the test, you have to get a 219. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but for your science test, you scored exceptionally high. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, this is the highest score I've seen in 10 years at this school giving this test to children, and only 5 children have ever scored this high. And you're the only female. I was like, okay, what's my score? And she's like, first I have to explain to you that this is a special score, and to score this high, you earn a special certificate. Now, in order to get the certificate of math, science, or reading, you have to score a 238. And I was like, okay, well, what is my score? And she's like, you got a 245. And I was like, holy shit. I'm terrible at math, okay? Like, I barely passed my math state sim test by 2 points. 2 points. Well, that's 4. See, I'm terrible at math. But for whatever reason, I am exceptionally excellent at science. And I am, like, according to her, the state test that I took, the sim test, is an intelligence test that they give to kids their 5th grade and their 10th grade year to see how much information that they retained and to see how high their IQ raised. So, I mean, I could get into details about how high my IQ is, but I'm going to be honest with you. If I tell you, you're not going to believe me, okay? And nobody ever does. And it's funny because I've actually had to take 6 IQ tests to prove my IQ because they cannot believe how fucking smart I am. But it doesn't keep me from being a criminal, okay? Like, I'll get into that later. All right, I'm intelligent. I have a really high IQ. I have my master's certificate of science, you know, that I can't use unless I get my high school diploma, mind you. So she said, I'm going back to the story now. The lady said that this certificate is really special because it's like a golden ticket into an Ivy League school. She said, with my high school diploma, that I essentially could go up to an Ivy League school. I can present them with my diploma and my master's of science, and they'll let me in. Like, it's not like I don't even have to pay a bunch of money to show them how fucking smart I am. And, like, it surpasses a bunch of stuff. I want to go to Princeton, by the way. I've always wanted to go to an Ivy League school. Like, that's not above me. That's where I want to be. Okay? And so since I found out this information and since I found that I really over excel in science, I took on many science fields growing up through my teens. And one of them was science. Oh my god, again, sorry, brain fart. I cannot even. One of them was psychology. The other was sociology. And I studied both of those for about 10 years. And I was actually applying to college, like a couple of different colleges, to study for my PhD because I already have my master's. I only have to spend 2 years in school. So I was like, all right, well, I've absorbed all this information already. I'm pretty sure if I'm given these tests, I can pass these tests. I might have to explain it in a different type of English that I'm used to speaking because, like, I know my communication's a little off. Okay, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder for a second. I was looking at something. But anyways, I I I'm 30 years old. Okay, and I am dealing with being a criminal, career criminal convict. Okay, I'm not a felon. Okay. Just, so I know that you've been seeing my little kitty. Come here, Lily. She didn't want to be disturbed because she was laying down. Oh, hi, baby. Aww. It's my kitty. Now she's sitting on my hair. Oh my god, no! Don't eat my hair. You weirdo. But it's okay. I love you. My little kitty. What? What? Now she won't leave me alone. She's so cute. What are you doing? Yes, I'm still on here. She's getting all staticky. I can hear the static electricity on her. She's all staticky. You know what I think is funny is like I don't even want to finish that sentence. I just. Yeah, a lot of people talk in their videos a lot. I find it not so amusing. Um, Sorry, I have something in my eye. That was a hair. A hair in my eye. Oh man. So obviously, like, I know you can see that I don't really have anybody in my feed, and that's because that's fine. Like, I'm not really one for like social communication as far as like connecting with people. I'm a little awkward about it. But good intentions, good intentions. My eyebrow. Like, I just don't understand, you know. So there's quite a few things I can talk about, and I've been here for about 23 and a half minutes or so almost, and you know, I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with YouTube. I'm disappointed with all the drama that's been happening. I'm disappointed with the content. I'm disappointed with the company in general trying to limit freedom of speech, basically telling people, oh, well, this is how you have to do this or you're going to get demonetized. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, now I can't even talk how the fuck I want to talk because you're saying that I won't get money if I talk that way. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how the fuck to talk? I don't think so. Okay. First off, this is a free goddamn fucking country. And the last time that I fucking checked, YouTube's corporate is in this fucking country. Okay? And if YouTube's corporate is in this fucking country, then they have to abide by our fucking amendments. And that means freedom of fucking speech, okay? Freedom of fucking speech. First Amendment. And it extends beyond just speech, okay? It's art of expression. Like, there are laws protecting us from people hassling us about how we freely express ourselves verbally and through art, physically, you know. So I have seen YouTube change so much in the last 9 years that I've been a part of the community. And it kind of astounds me because, like, this is not the first account that I've had on YouTube. This is actually like my third one. I'm really bad with making multiple accounts for multiple sites for multiple reasons. So, anyways, I have found that it's becoming stricter and stricter and stricter and stricter and stricter on what we can and can't do and say on here, rather than just allowing us to have a platform to freely express ourselves. And it's not gratifying. It's not gratifying. It's alarming. It's kind of perverse, and it's very. They're defecating on their own fucking name. Okay, like YouTube, you. So me. Oh, this is me. And I'm not going to change myself because somebody doesn't want to sponsor me. They can go fuck themselves. I don't care. You know, there's multiple sponsors out there. There's plenty of people out there who have dirty mouths, who talk about adult stuff, who don't pertain to children all the time, because that's really fucking weird. Okay? Really weird. Alright? I'm gonna give you this weird looking face, okay? Because you're fucking telling me I can't make content I want to make because children might watch it. Nothing in my content keywords that children would use. So that wouldn't matter. And you know the thing is like when I first came onto YouTube, okay, I saw so many things that should not have been there. And they eventually got taken away, but for the longest time I had these 2 videos saved in my playlist, like bookmarks, on my PS3 back when I had that 13 years ago. So I'm like, okay, this YouTube's pretty interesting. This is when I first like really started looking at it. And I found these 2 videos, and they were really disturbing. Like really super disturbing. Like, and this is like when there was no real explicit content warning label where you had to be careful of what you uploaded. This is when they allowed you to upload whatever you wanted. So with that said, what I found was a suicide video. And it's a video of this boy who basically prays. It's not even like, I want to say it's less than 45 seconds long. This guy prays and then lifts the gun to his head and then bam, shoots it, and then he like falls to the ground. And for the longest time, the video in my bookmarks because at the time I had friends. I was living with my grandparents, so in my room I'd bring people over and I'd have people hang out with me in my room when I wasn't supposed to, stuff like that, blah blah blah. But anyways, I had these people come over, and there's a lot of my friends are goth, and the stereotypical portrayal of a goth were a few of my friends, and one of them was really suicidal. So I showed him the video, and he never talked about suicide again. So, I mean, I stopped my friend from committing suicide by showing him a video of somebody committing suicide. And so that was an eye-opener. And it was an eye-opener for him and me because it made me realize that it really is just that fast and that quick, and it's pointless. And that one action can change your life and everybody else's lives around you for the rest of life. And so, with that said, there was another video. Now, this one's really hard to kind of describe, so I'm going to describe it to my best ability. But bear with me here, okay? Because this is from my memory. All right, so my video that I'm thinking about that I found was of this guy, this man, this grown man. He had a pair of scissors, pencil, and then his penis. And he was naked in this video. You didn't see his face. You just saw his member. So what he did, this is really sick. Okay, I'm giving you a graphic warning here because this is really super graphic. I'm going to explain it in graphic detail because this is how I remember it, and this is why it stuck with me for so long because of how graphic it is. He took his flaccid penis and he took the scissors and he took them, stuck them into the tip of his penis, cut down his penis, while saying that he couldn't feel anything at all. And then cut to a certain extent, and then cut down a little bit more over, like he left a little piece of skin in between. And then took the scissors away. And then he took it and he... This is so gross. He took it and he opened it. He split it open. Like a split open hot dog from the fucking microwave. Like that's what it looked like. He split it open. And then he took the pencil and he shoved it in the wound hole, like thing, under that little tiny flap of skin that he left. Opened it more and twisted it around. So gross. And yes, I remember that from 13 years ago. It's pretty fucking gross. But yeah, that's what YouTube used to be. So, and now it's fucking crock pot of fucking drama shit. Kid shit that's uneducational. Political shit. Shit no one cares about. Mukbangs. Vegans. DIY channels. Vloggers. I mean, you know, it just... And see, this is why, like, I don't really do anything with my channel. Because, like, I see all this shit. I watch all these channels. You know, and I'm like, okay, well, where could I just fit myself into? I don't want to be like one of those paranormal channels, because I live in a haunted house. Not really gonna get into that, but it's fucking haunted. And I think it actually has something to do with this Ouija board behind me. And no, I didn't buy the Ouija board. I actually found it. Like outside, like 2 houses down the street. So, long story short about the Ouija board. I'm just gonna mention it, okay? Because I can't get this out of my mind at this point. But my house was built in 1965, and it was built on farmland that belongs to a house 2 houses down from me. And the house was built in 1901. Anyways, there's a group of people, roommates. They are not related. They live in that house, and people constantly move in and out. Like there's always at least one person who's either moving in or moving out, and they're only there for a short period of time. So my thing is, it's like, all right, I'm wondering why this is happening. Well, a couple years ago, when somebody moved out, they had a free box out in front of the house, and the Ouija board was in the free box. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I've always wanted a Ouija board. I didn't want to buy one because they're like $30. And so I'm like, okay, this is cool. And I take it home. I look it over. I actually didn't put it up on my wall at first. I had it sitting down and I was like looking at it. I don't have the planchette for it. I just have that, which is not good. But anyways, I told the people, well, not the people, the guy that I've met him a couple of times. We're acquaintances, my neighbor and I. So I don't remember his name, but he's a very kind gentleman, very nice. And I told him, I was like, hey, I saw the Ouija board, picked it up, didn't want it to get ruined. He was like, oh, you should throw that away. I was like, why? He's like, you just should throw it away. And I'm like, okay. But he doesn't explain to me why. So, I bring it home, keep it in here for a while. I've offered to do tarot card readings in the past. I've offered to play with this Ouija board in the past. But my thing is that I think that they got rid of it because they didn't play with it right. And I'm not superstitious. I'm not really a total believer in things, only because of my skepticism, and I'm like anti-religious. There are just certain things I really cannot explain. And okay, so I think that they opened the door like a portal, like in another realm, like that we can't see, all that UV shit. Like the fucking. And they don't know how to close it. But because I don't have the planchette, I can't actually like properly close it. So I can't do anything beyond what I know because I don't have part of the tool. So now, before I completely denounced religion in a whole, back when I was a teenager, I studied witchcraft, like actual witchcraft and black magic. I was never into Satanism. I have a few friends who are Satanists. I know quite a few, but it's all in the head, you know. Like religion is in the head. But when it comes to paranormal stuff, it's not that easy to explain away. You can explain away the Bible, you can explain away the religions of the world by pure manipulation of the mind. But when it comes to, all right, I want to give you an example. Like, I've lived in this house for 6 years by myself. I had a boyfriend living here with me. My current boyfriend lives across town. So we don't live together, and that's fine. Not everybody needs to live together. I am perfectly capable and fine with living by myself. I have a 2-bedroom, but that's fine. Like I have 2 cats, so I'm not really alone. But like, there's this entertainment center that my TV in my bedroom right here is sitting on, and it used to be in my hallway. And there's this one time where I was sitting here in my room, and I want to say I was on my computer, and I had gotten a delivery earlier that day for some books or something, and so my package was like heavy. It's a big package. It was 2 feet by 2 feet, so it was pretty big. And so like I had it sitting on the entertainment center, like square on it, just like sitting on it. It wasn't unbalanced or anything. It was on it. And sitting in here on my computer, and all of a sudden I hear a really large crash thud in my hallway. And both my cats were in the bedroom with me. They were not in my hallway. And I go out into my hallway, and the box was like it was thrown off of the entertainment center onto the floor upright in front of my door. My front door. Which was like 3 feet away from the fucking entertainment center. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. How did that happen? How did that happen? I still can't explain it to this day. I still think over the event, and I'm like, where was it? Where was it? It was sitting in the it was on the entertainment center. It was directly there, and it was like the cat wouldn't have been able to knock it over anyways because it was like 2 feet by 2 feet, and it was heavy. And my cats were in here with me, so if both my cats are in here with me, and this is a really heavy box, and there's no one else in the house to move it, how did it get moved? And not only how did it get moved, how did it go 3 feet across the room upright? It's not like, oh, it just got knocked over, tumbled over, and it's just going to be on its top. It was sitting upright, just like it was sitting on the entertainment center. So I'm still boggled about that to this day. I mean, my uncle, he salted and saged his side. I have not done that because I actually kind of want to know who's here. And I mean, like I said, I'm not really like I'm really skeptical about a lot of things. Yeah, especially because like I'm always trying to like reason why something happens. Like I'm like, okay, well, this happens because of this, and this. But I can't. I really can't. I don't know how it happens. Man, I have so many story times about like weird paranormal stuff happening around my house. Um, so there's, I'm almost done with this live stream, but I just want to say that I'm going to actually be making a video soon on my paranormal experiences around in this house. My phone is kind of crap, but I'll probably try to use it for some recording. But I have a lot of problems with it here in the house. Weird. Don't really have problems with it other places, just in the house. Well, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later.